Hello everyone. Today we have Bilbo from Amanotes. I mean, recently we've been seeing how Vietnam has been completely dominating the mobile gaming market and all, and Bill was kind enough to come to India and give a special talk on how they build this engine or how Vietnam is scaling it completely okay. And he's going to do a detailed talk on building global hits from Vietnam and all, and on to Bill.
Hello, everyone. Are you hungry? Yeah, I guess you are hungry and used to be here, so thank you so much for joining this session. I'm Bill, the chairman and co-founder of Amanotes. Thanks to Indiagdc to bring me here to have a chance to share with you about Amanotes' story. Today, I want to share with you about Amanotes' journey from zero to become one of the top music game publisher in the world with more than 3.5 billion of downloads in both Apple Store and Google Play Store. Firstly, I want to share with you a little bit about myself. I have two big passions: music and technology. And here is my first idea 21 years ago. I want to help people to play piano by computer keyboard. 1 minute for relax. Yeah, it shows my big passion, both technology and music in that my first application. However, after I launched this application, no one uses. No one uses. Only myself enjoy it. Yeah, so I can work something with my big passion, but I didn't understand customer at all because it's too difficult for people. Usually, for people to play in piano, that's already difficult. Even more difficult if playing piano with this computer keyboard. So that's the reason why from that time I started to commit with my big mission. That is everyone can music. I want to have everyone, billion of people in the world can interact with music in any way they love, without any special musical skill. The mission is purposeful and meaningful. However, the road to achieve that not easy. Before Amanotes, I found some other startups, all of them related to music game. I want to follow music game because that is the simple way, fun way to help people interact with music. I have 10 years failure. All of those startups fail, not successful. But luckily for me, I understand more about the customer. So understanding customer is very key. In Amanotes, in early days, even in early days, we try our best to understand about the customer. In some first day, we don't have much data about the customer. So we try to invite some people to company to do some tests. Each time we have some new prototype about our product, we invite some people to test, to check, comparing to the competitor's product, which feature make them happy, which feature make them disappointed. Until now, even we already have much more data tracking tools. We do a lot of A/B testing. We also remind our employee that we need to talk with customer. We need to observe the way they interact with our product. Data, of course, is very important, very important. But sometimes data cannot show deeply how we understand about our customer. We cannot see very clearly how they happy, how they disappointed about some feature, something like that. Yeah, so combination between data and based on what we talk with customer, we observe customer, that we make us understand much more about our customer. Usually, I spend much time to play with my nephew in Amanotes. I also observe the way he and his friend play to each other. So it give us some assumption, some first assumption about how the way interact with the music, how the way they interact with the game. That's the reason why until now Amanotes already become the most downloaded music game of all time with more than 1.2 billion of downloads. Maybe already around more than 1.5 billion of downloads now. We also learned one thing, that to make our games can be accessible by 100 million of people in the world, we need to make our product simple. Simplicity is very, very important. The way we test in Amanotes, to test about simplicity, let people to play the product, to use product, and observe after first 3 or 5 seconds, they understand the way they play or not. If in first 3 or 5 seconds, after they play, they still don't understand, it means that not enough simple. It means that we need to improve a lot of things around it. Or we can kill this idea because this is too complex. To make 100 million of people in the world can interact with music, can interact with the game, that should be very much simple and fun. And we also usually test simplicity with kids. Why? We don't want to test with the hardcore gamer because they are very smart. They can understand very quickly about the new game, about new gameplay. They can understand very quickly. So usually we choose kids for testing. Or some people never play much game before. We test with them. And test with first 3 or 5 seconds. If they understand, that enough simple. So with Amanotes and TimeShop, many similar games in the market. However, about the simplicity, the music experience, that is something different from others. So for TimeShop now, this game also have more than 1 billion of downloads. Usually when we develop the product, we also try to add many new features. Of course, we always have many interesting features. We always want to satisfy our customer by many different ways. However, about simplicity, it also means that we need to say no more. We need to say no with many features. Very focused on the key features to make our customer happy. In our music game, we very focused on music experience. When Amanotes grew more, scale more, we have more change, we have more money, we have more opportunities. So that is much more challenge for focus. Because when the company is more, some first day we don't have much resources. Easier to be focused. But when we have more money, easier for us to lose the focus, much more challenging. We also have some problem like that. even that is our key principle. We always want to focus. But we also lose the focus. We also invest many new projects at the same time, and we have much more failures. And also the learning still be the old learning that is focused. So now we very focused on what we are do the best. We call it a simple music game, because in the market, we have many competitors. For music games, many music games in Japan, they have very good music experience. Very good experience. In US, in Japan, many good music games. And we also have many competitors do hyper casual game. Also very simple gameplay. But what we are do the best is combination between them. We are not the best at music game, because we believe that many companies in US and Japan do it better than us. We also believe that many hyper casual game developer and publisher better than us. But combination between music experience and simple gameplay, we are very good at that. So we continue to focus on that. So we develop more music games, more than 100 music games. For now, we have big 4 hits, Major Ties, Thai Hops, Dancing Roll, and Indiagdc, with more than 3.5 billion of downloads. In Vietnam, we have many small studios. And to be honest, Vietnam still be the small market comparing to many other countries with more talents, with more potential market. We understand that we cannot do everything. We just focus on something we do the best. But the dream is big. So how we can do it? We must have collaboration if we want to follow our big dream, because we cannot do everything as well. So that's the reason why we try to do the formula. We already have some different success with different hits. We do the formula. We share the formula with our partner. Let them do the games with us. Collaborate together. We publish for them or invest for them. So collaboration is the only way some small team like us, from the small country like us, can do some big thing. And here is Amanotes now. So I believe that in Vietnam, in India, or everywhere in the world, we always can do global success. With some principle here, I want to share with you is 3 principles for global success. The first, customer first. Even we follow the strategy local first or global first, customer first always important. At that time, we started the first game. One of my question is launch in local first or global first, because at that time not many other companies in Vietnam launch global first. 100% other companies launch local first. Of course, that is still be the good thing. That's the reason why many companies follow it. So I need to ask myself a lot that question. Should launch in global first or in local first? I think that is not the same formula for every company, not the same formula for every business. So more important, how we understand about the customer. At that time, we confident that the simplicity still can apply not only for Vietnamese user. That still work for US, for UK, for Europe countries, for many other countries. So at that time we choose US first, because we believe if we can win in US, we can win in many other countries in Europe. Still have some exception. For example, if we are successful in US, it doesn't mean that we are successful in China or in Japan. They are very, very different markets. For those markets, we need to learn from zero. Learn to understand about the customer. So the strategy is local first or global first. Which country first you want to expand to which country? The customers will be the most important input for us to think about it. And we need to obsess with it. because sometimes we try to follow our competitors. Learning from our competitors, not the bad thing. That still be the good thing. But sometimes we follow our competitors and we don't understand deeply how it helps our customer. In Amanotes, we also have some big mistake. Sometimes we try to learn from some new successful product from our competitors. We learn from it, but we don't understand deeply. Even they grow, they scale a lot. I ask the team, I'm not sure they are profitable. Even high revenue, who knows? Because the cost could be high. They have good songs, they have many popular songs, very trendy songs, but the cost also very high. Yeah. So the key thing here, we should learn from others. We can learn from competitors. But what we learn, we must understand deeply how it can help our customer. And the second principle, as I share, that is simplicity. If we want to achieve 100 million people in the world, or billion people in the world, it must be simple. And the third principle is focus on our strength. Usually we have more trends, we have more opportunities with our technology world now. Everything it changes very fast, and we always have many new changes, new opportunities. We can and we should track the new opportunity. We should analyze them, but always find some way to align with our strength, our competitive advantage. Even we need to enhance more our strength. Even that is strength, but somehow we are not the best on that. So we can enhance more with the new trend, with the AI, anything else, but still focus on our strength. That is some key learnings I want to share with you today. Thank you.
So if anybody have any questions or something, you can do ask.
Thank you for that wonderful presentation. I think there's so much to learn for all of us here. I had one question on the collaboration piece. When you are working with fellow studios and jamming with ideas, etc., could you just share with us maybe an example of how you would do that so that collaboration helps in magnifying our strengths? In your case, how did you guys do it?
Thank you for your question. That is a great question. I can give you some example here. We have some different success now. Magic Ties, Thai Hop, Dual Cat, Dancing Roll, and many other games. Between this game, Magic Ties, we develop it by in-house team. For other success, they developed by our partner. Yeah. So the way we work with them, we share our formula. So they can know about how to develop music experience in the game. But they can innovate more. We share them about the formula, how to make the product simple. We share everything about how to make the product simple. We also share about how to make good music experience. However, about the game idea, the more specific game idea, they can explore with 100 different game ideas. About the game, the creativity is unlimited. So for each studio, they can explore with many different ideas. And when they come with some good idea, we also support them to evaluate this idea is good, that idea is good or not. But we let them make decision. They can develop the product, and we will test for them. Maybe in the first step, they already fail. In the prototype version, they already fail. If we evaluate that it's not enough simple. If they pass the first phase, they can develop more. And we can test in one country. If it doesn't work, kill. If it works, after that, we global scale. Something like that. And we also support them for analytics part, data analytics. We support for licensing part. We also publishing for them how to make the marketing part. Yeah, but develop the product, they can do it by themselves. They can explore any idea they like.
Thank you very much.
I think next session is on the go, okay? Like, you can discuss it outside this thing and all.
Thank you.
Thank you.